fellow speakers, my colleague, Mr. Anandaram Garu, Mr. Bakshi, Sanjay Jaju, Secretary IT, senior officers from different states, delegates from various organizations. Good morning to all of you. Actually, Mr. Anandaram, Central Power Distribution Company Limited of Andhra Pradesh, has in detail explained about various IT initiatives taken up in distribution system, and he has also touched upon how during the reforms process, how the entire electricity sector has been divided into the generation companies, transmission companies, and distribution companies. AP Genco is the Andhra Pradesh Power Generation Company, which is the largest power generation company in the state. As a part of reforms, AP Genco has been established in 1999. We have both thermal, hydel, even renewable sources also with us. Our capacity is around 8,925 megawatts. Our major portfolio is thermal with 5,100 megawatts. Hydel also we have large presence with 3,830 megawatts. And incidentally, we are the second largest hydel company in the country after NHPC. And of course, we are the third largest power generating company in the country after NTPC and Mahagenco. And we supply around 46% of the state's requirements. AP Genco from the day one is a profit-making company with a turnover of around 11,500 crores. This year we recorded a profit of around 400 crores. We have a lot of plans, and starting from AP State Electricity Board days, we started with a minimum 60 megawatt units. Now we are the first state utility which has taken up a supercritical thermal unit of 800 megawatts capacity. 2 units are under construction. And now we are looking into entering into other domains like renewable energy, particularly solar and wind. Already we started solar as a pilot. And of course, we are also in consultation with the Nuclear Power Corporation of India into entering into nuclear energy also. And we are in touch. We already have some joint ventures with Singareni, Kalari, CAP Mineral Development Corporation for captive mining also. We do a lot of consultancy and we also do a lot of O&M contracts. See, as I said earlier, as part of reforms, the power sector has been divided into generation. Generation companies, whether it is in Andhra Pradesh or in the country, what are their major challenges? With the new Electricity Act, with the kind of shortages either in fuel or oil or in other aspects, a generation company is supposed to perform at an optimum level, with a low generation cost, and also qualitative power affordable to the common public. So for the critical success for any power generation company, as long as it maintains its high plant availability and its high operational efficiency, low cost of generation, and reduction in delay, particularly in case of project management, because any power project is a long gestation project. The day you start a power project to complete it will be taking more than 4 years. So a proper effective project monitoring and control is necessary during the construction part, of course later during O&M part. So this requires a lot of need for automation, particularly to ensure that the plant is maintained at a high operational level and plant is available throughout the 365 days. That means when the plant is operated on 24 hours at different load conditions, to monitor the performance of the plant, to take all preventive measures, it requires proper automation. And of course, monitoring key performance indicators, particularly in case of a power plant, the plant load factor, And AP Genco, we take pride in maintaining highest plant load factor. Even last year also, when the country average is around 73%, AP Genco has recorded around 83% plant load factor. And this year, as on today, if we take from April to October, our plant load factor is around 85%, which is the best and the number one in the country. Yeah. These are, when we look at Genco, Transmission Corporation and Distribution Companies, these are all the various portfolio of ICT solutions in case of power sector. Starting from SCADA, which Mr. Anantharamu has in detail explained to you, to ERP. And when you look into the distribution systems, basically metering, billing, customer relation, and call centers. So coming to AP Genco ICT initiatives, I'll dwell upon some of the important ICT initiatives which we have taken up. And then my colleague Mr. Ramarao is here, he is the Executive Director. He will explain about how we are taking AP Genco forward in case of ICT applications, particularly in the field of ERP. See, Mr. Anantharamu has already explained about SCADA, that is the supervisory control and data acquisition systems. In case of a power plant, if you look at the snapshot, at any point of time, you can know the load of each power station. At what load the power station is, a power plant is generating. And if there is an immediate outage or if there is a fluctuation in the load, you can immediately, either at plant level or at the chief engineer's level or at the headquarters level, you can immediately, you will know in real time what is happening to the power plant, because all these power plants are located in interior and remote areas of the state, because basically we go for a power plant where water is available and where coal is available nearby and proper railway track and other things. So this SCADA helps in the power generation, particularly power plants. The senior level administration, they will be knowing at each and every time block. You can see in the snapshot the time block, the system, the different units, both idle as well as thermal, the generation and the frequency. So based on these things, the management or the chief engineer can take a decision about what is happening to each and every unit. Then another initiative which we have taken up, because we are running a power plant. It is not like a distribution company. In case of a power plant, the minute the power plant trips, lot of people should know about what happened to the system, what happened to the unit, whether the concerned maintenance engineer or the concerned plant engineer or the chief engineer, even the management. So we started an SMS based messaging system, which an alert message will be given to the all concerned who are connected with the operations of the plant, so that they are readily available and they can reach the plant immediately and can take care of the rectification measures. At any instant can know what is happening in the plant, even though he is not available in the plant. The third is another important initiative which we have taken up is the weighbridge automation system, because our 60% of cost depends on the quality of the fuel, quantity of the fuel. As you are aware, in majority thermal based stations, all thermal based stations are being run either by using the indigenous domestic coal or imported coal. Both are quality wise, quantity wise, lot of issues are there. So we have introduced this weighbridge automation system. Thereby, as and when the minute the train or the transport enters, we will be knowing the quality of the coal, we will be knowing the quantity of it, and this we have integrated to the fuel management software. This captures all transactions related to the fuel. So these transactions can be monitored by the station head and also at management level to see the specific fuel consumption of how much quantity of coal we have used to generate particular energy, and how much quantity of ash has been generated, how it has been disposed, what is the gross calorific value of the fuel, how much effectively we have utilized this gross calorific value for getting the energy. And this weighbridge automation, these transactions are being monitored by the local area networks. Another initiative, as I mentioned earlier, a project monitoring and progress of the project is an important aspect for us. Any thermal power project or hydropower project for that matter has different components. Each component, it requires a lot of experienced construction engineers. So by using this remote monitoring progress of this project, we are using IP-based cameras. These IP-based cameras are connected at each and every site wherever the construction is taking place. These surveillance cameras are used to monitor the progress of the project. Not only progress of the project, it can be also used for troubleshooting. The concerned site engineer can interact with the experts either at headquarters level or at plant level. Since this is also connected to other plants, any other experienced engineer can also interact with the site engineer, and any difficult problem in case of erection, in case of execution, can be addressed. At management level, management will be knowing the pace at which the project is progressing. Thereby, wherever there is a need to take some effective measures, immediately the management also can take the effective measures. Yeah, in addition to this, now with these 500 megawatt units and 800 megawatt units, which requires a lot of plant automation, so AP Genco has taken up this Max DNA system, which is basically for process control and protection, human machine interface, process trending analysis, event logging and alarming, and historic data collection, etc. This process control and protection, basically this software enables the data collection from field instruments to know the temperatures, to know the pressures, to know the coal flows, to know the air flows, so that the process control how optimally we can utilize the raw materials to ensure proper generation. Similarly, this HMI software we are using, this enables the operator. Now we have a centralized control room where the operator operates the entire 500 megawatts plant. This software enables the operator to monitor and operate the plant equipment. Then this process trending, the operator can be knowing on a real-time basis with the historical data how there is a variation. So whenever the variation is beyond a particular limit, the operator can immediately take corrective measures. This is basically, we will be using it for understanding the machine vibrations, flows, fuel flows, gas flows, and quantity of water, etc. Alarming and event logging. This software alerts the operator at any point of time whenever a process parameter there is a deviation. If it is within the limits, well and good. If it is not within the limits, then it gives an alarm annunciation system. Thereby the operator can take immediate corrective steps. So that means this entire 5000 megawatt unit, operator sitting in a control room can control the entire process functioning of the unit. Of course, the data collection, this is basically for reviewing and taking further corrective steps. Unit performance report and analysis, you are all aware of it. Then AP Genco is also in line with the government of Andhra Pradesh instructions, has entered into e-procurement, which I think yesterday, earlier also a lot of speakers and the government officials might have mentioned about e-procurement methodology which is being used in government of Andhra Pradesh. In addition to this, there are some other softwares which we are using are the fuel management software. You know, as I said earlier, 60% of our cost is fuel. So fuel management is a major issue for us. So this fuel management software, we use it effectively to manage the fuel. Similarly, for any industry, you know the stores, inventory, how to manage the inventory system, you are aware of it. Similarly, when you look at financials, These are all our in-house systems, accounts management system. We have a web-based plant intranet so that the local people can interact. We have a detailed employee information system, which the employee can access. He can view his data, he can update his data. And we have a dynamic website which takes care of the entire AP Genco activities. You can also go through our website, which is updated on a regular basis. That gives you on day-to-day what is the kind of generation, levels, water levels, hydel generation. In addition to that, the new tenders, the information regarding AP Genco, our manuals, regulations, everything is a dynamic website. Of course, after going through all these initiatives, AP Genco has thought that we should have an end-to-end solution, particularly an ERP-based solution. That I request my colleague, Mr. Ramarao, to explain to you in detail. Mr. Ramarao.
Good afternoon, delegates, speakers on the dais. Vijayanand Garu. Thank you very much, sir. Coming to the, as we said, the generation companies are now with a lot of challenges we are facing. To make the challenges, face the challenges, the in-house built softwares which so far Managing Director Mr. Vijayanand explained to you. And these softwares are islands. They work on individual basis. So to entering into this new area of the generation where ABT, available base tariffs, is coming into place, the generation corporations are required to make themselves tight their shoulders and take more responsibilities to ensure that we have taken an initiative is that ERP, an end-to-end solution. So we have taken this initiative to have an end-to-end solution for our corporation, which ensures the entire, almost all the areas which will come into the area of the operations. We named the project as Shakti, which is System to Harness AP Genco Knowledge Transformation for Harmony and Integration, as this promises to lead into a new era of information management of the organization. AP Genco's vision is that to be a best power utility in the country and one of the best in the world. To maintain this vision, we have some key objectives which goes like this: maximizing the generation from existing plants, plan and constructing new generation plants, improve the availability of the plants, improve the commercial and operational efficiency, efficient environment and safety operations, employee development, and improved O&M practices. Keeping these key objectives in vision to achieve the vision of AP Genco, the important capabilities and requirements which are like scalability and robust IT integrated application platform across the organization. This is very important. We need to have a robust system with a good IT platform. And then we need also have efficient IT system to manage the environment, health and safety, because we operate in extreme conditions in the power plants. Improve transparency, visibility and strong MIS related real-time reporting. This is also very important for taking decisions, right decisions at the right time. Plant automation. We have when you look at the AP Genco's entire portfolio of the thermal and hydel generations, we have equipment age-old, like 30-year-old equipment, 30 years, to the latest equipment, year-old equipments. So we need to have a nice plant automation system and integration. Analytics is also very important. So we have a various DCS, older generation to the latest generation. The analytics makes a lot of decision-making capabilities for the management. Efficient fuel management, as Mr. Vijayanand was telling you, the fuel is 60% of the operational cost is fuel. So we need to have an efficient fuel management system so that the operational costs come down, so that we will be able to provide the power at a low cost. We also have comprehensive project asset management. This is asset is huge, and the cost of the entire plant will run into several thousands of crores, which consists of lot of assets. So tracking of these assets is also very important. So these are the various capabilities and requirements which are required to take the corporation vision into this. To keep this vision, the important components which are required for the three components system, the infrastructure to be in place, as a communication systems, application software, they should be ready for the organizations to take the lead. And the employees, the training and development of the employees to take care of the new and the real-time systems, the employees have to be made ready. And last and least is not the data, which is the baseline data and master data, which are very important. Without data, though we have a beautiful system, we will not be able to take the best out of the project. So all the three components we are planning to make, and we have already made certain things ready. And what is that we are going to get out of this? Integrated solution include, the solutions today, today if you see, we have idle stations, thermal stations located in different places. Each has its own type of processing, be it a manual or semi-automatic or whatever systems. They are not uniform. So we will have to make them standardized and uniform. And re-engineering sometimes is required to make the systems come into the standardization mode. And we need to have a unified view from the management. Today we look at the system, each plant as an individual, and take some decisions at the plant level. But for the management, we have about 27 power stations running around Andhra Pradesh. We need to have a unified view for the entire, all the plants to the management, so that common decisions are taken and uniformity is maintained. And then strengthen data integrity, because we are operating on wide area network. The data integrity and safety is also in a prime important place. And keeping all, these are the benefits which will, as of now, will not there, and which are going to, we are planning to achieve these benefits are expected for the organization. And we will be having a supply chain management, improved supply chain management. Today we don't have that. So when you talk about ERP for a corporation, we need to have something which the system will like to take concept to commissioning. This is one of the important aspects, because the project will take about 4 to 5 years for coming to operation, right from the conceptualization level of the project to the commissioning level. So we need to have a strong, robust system which should take care of conceptualization of the project, project planning and execution, bid management, contract management, collaboration, inspection, takeover and closure. These are the areas, aspects which we have designed and planned for the ERP. This is called project systems, which takes care of concept to commissioning. And operational, O&M practices. Plant maintenance module will take care of the operational excellence. It's the fuel procurement, planning management, operational maintenance, order ECS, perfect plan, work clearance management, resource planning and optimization. The PM module will take care of this. And sustainability, occupational health, industrial hygiene, because we operate in extreme conditions, dangerous goods management, permit certification management, incident management, emission management, environment management. These are the sustainability. This EHS module takes care of this particular thing. Core backend solutions like financial accounting, controlling, procurement, inventory management, quality management, billing, HR, payroll. These are core backend solutions which takes care of in HR, HCM and FICO modules. Dashboard analytics. This is very important to the management. The management dashboards, management of dashboards, transactional analysis, KPI tracking, statutory reports, operational real-time databases, dashboards, early warning systems, business simulating planning. These are the analytics, BI, BW, takes care of these important aspects. So keeping this in view, we have taken up this SAP India has taken up the implementation in AP Genco across all. These are the modules which I have explained. These are the things which we will be implementing in time. This is the functional overview. The SAP Enterprise Portal will be available to all employees, whereas the other modules will take care of the core banking. This integrated system. Integrating these key parameters. This is another important aspect. Like from DCS, the important parameters of the plant or the units or the equipment are being captured. Today we are capturing it in offline and then taking the information, calculated information will come to us a week later. With this integration of the ERP system with the plant control system will give online parameter monitoring. Monitoring assets also is there. This is the integration which we have planned last slide. ERP server and which has a plant SAP layer, and this is a plant level asset level, and then the DCS, the lowest level is the unit level. From this information is captured, it will go to the historian at the plant level. From the plant level, it will move into the ERP level at the corporate level. This is the plan of ERP which we have started working in, and by August 14th, I think the entire plan will be on, and then we'll be going into the stream. So thank you very much, gentlemen.